Good afternoon, and welcome to Pinhole Quilting. I'm Liz. My husband Pete was behind the camera. He's just gone to get his cup of tea. So good afternoon to everybody who might be joining us live or watching on catch up. Whichever way you take it, we welcome you to our Pinhole Quilting showroom. We're not far. We're just 10 minutes off the M5 in Worcestershire, between Worcester and Pershore. And on a beautiful day like today, cold. I think we can say cold, can't we, Pete?
It's cold for us. It's not as cold as in some parts of the world at the moment. But
no. Last weekend, a friend who lives in Canada, he posted a little video of a hot kettle that he was sort of throwing on the ground. Minus 40, he said, in his truck, and his suspension was completely frozen. So we don't go down to those extremes, but even so, it's cold for us. And it was -9 again this morning in the car, wasn't it? -9 inside the car. So wherever you are, hope you're staying warm. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you lucky things. Wish we were there. Anyway, we're going to crack on with hopefully some interesting things for customers in the UK, and maybe if you're around the world. Had one customer who purchased her machine recently, a Moxie, in the States, and had been watching our Facebook Live. So we're glad that it helped you make your buying decision a little bit easier, and hopefully you're enjoying your machine, got it all set up. Congratulations to everybody who's recently purchased a handy quilter, wherever you may be in the world. And this week, we've had a busy week, haven't we? Mark has been heads down, hat on, out in the warehouse, testing machines and shipping them out, hasn't he, Pete?
We've been very busy, and one of the people who has received her machine is first on today. So Helen, have you not got anything better to do now that you've got your new Moxy XL and Pro Stitcher Lite?
Yeah, it was great to see your posts on your Facebook page, and I'm really delighted that you've got it set up with the Moxy and the loft frame, and Moxy XL and the loft frame, and hopefully you got your Pro Stitcher Lite attached now. Maybe Helen can give us an update on how it's all going. So, lots of new customers. We've sent out lots of welcome to Handy Quilter emails this week. And what did we do? You did an installation last week, didn't you?
Yes, I've done an installation this week of
this
Simply
week?
16 on a studio frame.
That's right, yep. Simply 16 on a studio frame. So yeah, lots of people are getting machines, and as a result, we are looking forward to seeing a number of those customers that are new, welcoming them to our workshops, foundation workshops.
So we've been working as flat out as we can. So yes, we've got a bunch of machines out this week, but there's still a lot more to come. So bear with us. Next week, there'll be a whole batch more going out to people. Yeah. We're getting there. We're
getting there. Yeah, it's there's quite a lot to do. We always, like to test these machines. We put them through quite a few tests before we ship them out to customers, because they've come over on a pallet on the airline, and it's important that we feel confident that you're getting a machine that's working as well as we would expect. So we do this testing procedure. We put them on our frames, we sew test them, and do various other tests as well. We've also been busy doing some servicing this week, haven't we, Pete? We've had a number of people. Yes. Regular servicing on your machine is obviously important. So if you need to fix up a service, let us know. The machines that we try and service in situ would be things like Amara's, Infinity, Amara 24, Forte Fusion, that sort of thing. If you've got a smaller machine, we can probably pick it up more economically than we can travel out to you. So consider that as an option if you want to keep the cost down in terms of your servicing. Our servicing costs, I think, are pretty reasonable actually, Pete, looking at comparisons.
Most of them have not changed in 10 years.
They can't have changed in 10 years because they are the same prices that we used to have at the Cotton Patch when I was there with that one.
That's right.
So yeah. So So that's the thing, is that we're not charging a huge amount to get them serviced. It's important that you get your machine serviced on a regular basis. Things can get loose, they can vibrate, and it's important that we do a number of different checks inside the machine. We do all the oils and greases, but we also check all the straps on the shaft and make sure that and all the bolts and things like that hold the boards in place. All of those things, because we've got a machine that's going potentially very, very fast, depending on whether you're a pedal to the metal person or not, that means that things can work loose. And if you use your machine on a regular basis, it's important it doesn't dry out. So Yeah, servicing is important. It was great to see Myrna, and you said you'd be here online today. So lovely to see you, Myrna, and hope you enjoyed it at Croom.
Right, should we say hello to a few more people? So Helen and Jeff first online, and then Isabel in Spain.
Oh, hi Isabel.
Regular viewer.
Yes.
Carol up in County Durham, waiting for your Moxy XL, Carol. Your upgrade.
Upgrade. Moxy XL upgrade for Carol. Fabulous. Fabulous. You are going to love it. You are absolutely going to love it, Carol. Can't wait to see what you do on it.
Hello to Joan up in Lancashire.
Oh yeah, Joan.
And Barbara in Mould. Barbara, we're working on your machine. We'll be getting yours out to you next week. And hi Louise Cox.
Yep, hi Louise.
What else we got? Karen Hughes. Karen. In Wigan. From a very cold and snow-covered Wigan. Really? Wow.
Wow. Wigan. Yeah, but that's the thing, isn't it? There's been, looking at the Met Office, I don't know whether you've been looking at the Met Office stuff, Pete, but it was like the sides, obviously Scotland. Gosh, I've got some friends. One of my friends lives up in Raasay, right up in Scotland, just east of Skye, and he posted the most amazing photos looking over towards the Coolin Ridge. Snow-capped, beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, well, I knew there was snow in Scotland, but last I checked, Wigan wasn't in Scotland.
It's not, no, it's down, I was saying, down the see, this is what I have to work with, people. This is what I have to work with.
Hello to Julia in Northumberland. It was snowy with you, Julia.
Oh, yes. Yep.
When I came to install your machine.
Absolutely.
And Sally up in Scotland. Hi, Sally.
Hi, Sally. Hi, Sally. Yeah, well, you're right up there, aren't you, Sally? Right up in the cold wilds of Scotland.
Oh, she's in the southern part of Scotland, really. So, a few more hellos. Who have we got? Right, so Marianne in London.
Marianne, hi.
And Greta.
And Greta, out in the wolds.
Just putting the backing and wadding on her Amara, ready for her next adventure.
Well, this is exciting. Any adventure with Greta is exciting. Yeah, brilliant.
Janice Collett.
Hello, Janice. As well. All these familiar names.
Yeah, Elizabeth Dunkley.
Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth. Hope things are going well.
And who else? And Stella Gibbs down in Kent.
Yes, Stella. Absolutely. Yeah, because Stella's just had a machine, right? Am I right? No, I've done something with your. I saw your name recently, and I'm kind of trying to think why I was doing something with it. It was probably on MailChimp, on my mail software.
Wendy in Bristol. Wendy, I hope you get on well with your Moxy. Haven't spoken to you recently, so we need to catch up with you.
Yeah.
And Terry up in Lancashire. Don't see you on here very often, Terry.
Great. Hi, Terry.
Good.
Any questions? Any answers?
Right, okay, onward.
So, onward. So we've had a busy week, and we've had a few demos this week, haven't I? Yes, and just said goodbye to a potential customer on the train. That was lovely, actually, picking somebody up. A beautiful day to come up on the Chiltern lines from London. So yeah, she popped in, said hello, did some demos and things, and it's always, what's lovely as well, we were talking about this, how one of the lovely things about working in this industry is all the different types of creative people that you meet. And this particular person is very involved with really some interesting creative projects. So I am really looking forward, hopefully, to working with her in what she's involved in. And hopefully we can let you know more in due course when and if we do. This is the exciting thing. This is where you start your journey, the Longarm journey. And for a lot of you who've just received your machines, there will be that mixture of fear, trepidation, and excitement, Helen. And because it was quite funny, actually, Pete, you haven't seen it. I was watching Helen's YouTube video, Helen, the Cloth House Sassenach Quilts Cloth House, and at YouTube. And Helen is going to sort of like do videos and things on her journey and various other things as well. So we look forward to, I've subscribed to your channel, we look forward to seeing what you do with your Moxy XL and all the other customers too. So for those customers who are coming to our February workshops, we're looking forward to seeing you. We've got the foundation workshops are absolutely chock-a-block full, and it's going to be really busy in here. Carolyn, if you're watching, oh, she won't be watching, she's working today, but she might watch on catch up. Carolyn James helps teach the foundation workshops. What's lovely is that working with Carolyn is always an absolute joy because she just brings just a real level of excitement and vivacity, I'm going to say vivacity, to the classroom. But also a huge amount of knowledge. As a quilter, she teaches machine piecing, machine quilting on domestics, as well as having a long arm, and she quilts for others. So she comes with lots and lots of skills, lots of experience, and a lot of fun. We had the last workshop we did with Carolyn, actually was the landscape workshop last year. And honestly, it was just absolutely brilliant. And I know, Greta, you would like to sign up for that. And we will let you know in due course when that booking is open, which will be, I think it's July. Mid-July. So anyway, we'll let you know more details about that. That will be a 2-day workshop with Carolyn coming up in July, when we're going to do painting on fabric, and then we're going to do landscape workshops, 2 days. Going back to the foundation workshops in February. So the February workshop, really, really good idea. If you've got a long arm machine from Handy Quilter, we include a foundation workshop with the purchase. And there's a good reason for that. We like to set you off. It's a bit like golf. It's a little bit like golf. If you can learn all of those, the swing, it's all about the swing, isn't it? And the hand position. If you can get all those things straight right at the beginning, you get a good foundation. That's why it's called foundation. And it doesn't mean that you're complete beginners. Quite the opposite, actually. This is quite often a class that somebody will come on after 3 to 6 months. We suggest you've had your machine a few months, because then you've got lots of questions to ask, and you've probably had a go. You've done your first quilt, hopefully, and you're going to think, how do I do that? Am I doing it right? You come on the foundation, and it's a really good way to ask loads of questions and spend some time with your cohort. Those people who've bought a machine, Handy Quilter long arm from us, recently as well. And very often those people will be the same people that you see at other classes, other workshops, or perhaps at Festival of Quilts. And lifetime friendships have come about as a result of those workshops. The following day, so that's on the, when's that? That's 20, I've forgotten when it is in February, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21st. 21st of February?
No. Oh, yes. Yeah, so the foundation is on the 20th. Tuesday, and the rulers and fills is on the 21st. Are they both fully booked?
No, they're not. The foundation is absolutely full to the gunnels, but the rulers and fills isn't. And one of the reasons why I'm going to do a little demo in a bit about fills and ruler work to entice you to come along to the rulers and fills class. We don't really have a lot of time in the foundation workshop to cover much on rulers. And in fact, there are so many things that we're really trying to teach everybody on that foundation workshop that we have split the rulers, feathers and fills into rulers and fills and feathers. Haven't got one in February, but the next one will be in April on feathers. Gosh, I hope I'm not confusing everybody with all these dates. So coming up in February, foundation, no spaces available. Rulers and fills, plenty of places available. We've got quite a few bookings, so it's going to be running, but it would be lovely if it was a little fuller, only because we would love to have people come along. We can show you the kind of fills and the kind of ruler work that you can do on the long arms and have a bit of fun at the same time. So spaces available on that one. Also, we've got April classes. Foundation workshop has just gone up online, and those people who'd asked about it, I've emailed you. Hopefully you've got those emails to say it's available now to book. So if you've recently had a long arm and you would like to book a place, then those dates are the 24th of February, 24th of April for the foundation, the 25th for rulers and fills, and the 26th for feathers. Let's talk a bit more about feathers. I'm delighted we've now got the feathers workshop up and running. That'll be myself teaching it along with our lovely customer quilter Helen Burnham. Now Helen has won the piecing prize at Malvern a couple of times and also won the machine quilting prize too. Her quilts have been going around the Grosvenor quilt shows, so you'll see Helen's quilts and she is a really accomplished quilter. Helen has been working at Calico Kate with Kate Barnes, and she does a really beautiful feather. And I think it's fair to say that she's one of those people that can do excellent feathers on a sit down and a stand up. So movable machine and stationary machines, Helen can do both. And that's one of the reasons that I suggested to Helen that we get along to do some teaching with me. So we're going to share the day. We've gone through I think we're going to have a really fun day, and I've got some special things that we've got planned for you at the Feathers Workshop. So if you're thinking about feathers, definitely look at that date, the 26th of April. Okay, those are the new workshops just gone online. They were up online last night. Next, any questions, Pete, or any
let's talk about try before you buy, because I'm just replying to a comment on that.
Yeah.
So Katie is just in Bransford, which is just up the road.
It is just up the road.
Getting more and more tempted by a long arm, but I'm going to try before I buy. You haven't booked yet, Katie, I don't think.
No? Okay. So try before you buy. It's on Saturday, the 17th of February. We find these workshops are so useful because when you come along to a show, you can have a little go, just whatever, but you don't really find as much out about the machines as you maybe need to for a buying decision. And if you're one of those people who likes to really do your research, then this is an ideal opportunity to do so. So here we go, 17th of February, 10 till 2, includes lunch, £10. You get it back if you spend something. I mean, what is that? There's nothing to not like. Love it. And when we've done these in the past, they've been great days because we have people who come along that have got questions, and you learn things about the machines you might not have thought about. So this is why it's really good. Plus, we've got an additional reason why the try before you buy is going to be a really good one this time. And the reason is every now and then we like to have a bit of a clear out of our machines. These are machines that we use for demonstration, and we put them up for sale, ex-demonstration models. So they've been used mainly just at a few shows. Quite often they've hardly been used at all, but have been used in a few classes. But these are really lightly used machines, and a great opportunity to buy an ex-demo machine is coming up. We will be launching it on the 17th of February. Those models, won't we, Pete? We will. Tell us more a bit about those ex-demo models.
Well, we've got the new Moxy XL in place, and we will be moving some sit-down machines that are ex-demo. We will be moving some stand-up machines right through the price range, actually, just to refresh the whole demonstration stock that we have. So we'll probably have Moxy, Simply, Amaras, and sit-down machines as well. Yep.
So it really represents a great opportunity if you're in the market for a long arm to pick up a discounted machine. These are just literally been used for demonstration.
And they'll all be sold with a warranty that's longer than any competitor gives from new.
Yes, that's true. So the 17th of February, if you haven't booked your place, we've still got places available. Book it now. Book it now. And if that doesn't tickle your fancy, then we've got Stuart Hillard coming on the 15th of June for an open day. So if you're thinking about a long arm, but also looking for a bit of a nice talk, Stuart does some excellent presentations and talks, and they're always fun. I don't think I've never had a conversation with Stuart that hasn't been a laugh. So he's just that kind of person. And he's going to come along. He's got a handy quarter Amara with Pro Stitcher. He uses it for all of his quilting. And basically he says he couldn't do the job he does without it. So we've got one of Stuart's quilts here, in fact, which he very kindly gave us. So open day with Stuart Hillard on the 15th of June, which is a Saturday. I don't know why I said it with that accent, but there you go. Nothing to do with Stuart. Right, we've gone through, let me just go through my to-do list. Moxy XL, let's talk about the Moxy XL. That's this lovely long arm, the latest in the handy quarter range. It launched over in the States at Houston, and we have got it as of 2 weeks ago. Was it last week? 2 weeks, isn't it? Is it 2 weeks? God, I don't know.
Lost track.
we're practically halfway through 2024 and we haven't even blinked, have we? Well, it feels like it, honestly.
Can I just show people a really exciting feature that we didn't mention on the first time of asking on the Moxy XL? I'll just get into place first here. Look, just in case you didn't know, you Moxy XL people, there is a magnet built in the same way as there is on the Amaras. This is not on the Moxy, but on the Moxy XL.
Isn't that good?
Do not lose your scissors again.
I love the fact it's just there. Just there. Just there. Perfect.
I know.
So,
small things, small minds.
Gosh, do you know, I was so excited when Pete told me that. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Hey, there we go. There we go. Last week, was it the week before? Oh, last week I was doing a service, wasn't I?
Oh, yes, we were right last week.
Was that a week ago?
Yes.
Isn't that ridiculous? Absolutely ridiculous. Somebody said something about we're nearly a quarter of the way through the 21st
yes, I
century.
gave that happy piece of information to somebody this week.
This is what I live with. Nearly a quarter of a way through the 21st century. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. What can you say? Right, so this is the Moxy XL, 18-inch throat space. Look at that. Look at that. And lovely, lovely light under the free arm. Beautiful free motion machine. And it's got a scissors thing. Look at that. Look at that. 2,100 stitches per minute. It's fast. It's a lovely fast machine and it's going to help you quilt your quilts more quickly. And I can't wait to see those upgrade customers, those people who've had a Moxy for a while. They are going to fly with this machine. We just love it. So I was practicing doing my grid work because I was really rubbish at this design, which you can see if you look back at the practice pieces. But this is where I finished up. Don't look too close. Every now and then I do something weird. Don't know why.
No, but you can see how effective that is.
That's pretty good, isn't it? This is a fill. Okay, so we were talking about rulers and fills. And what we will be doing with the lovely Carolyn James, on the workshops in February and April is, let me just get this done, and I'll tell you a little bit. This is full line stencil with the pounce chalk. There we go.
So it's great for giving you the structure for doing your fills.
Structure. So once you've got your grid, you could do some ruler work to define an area or whatever, but you can just put a grid within that area. So we could do a circle and then just do the grid work within that. Something similar to, this is this lovely book that I showed a couple of weeks ago by Cindy Seitz-Krug. I got it from Cindy in Houston. Dear Liz, it says, you're amazing. No, she doesn't say that. Enjoy thinking inside the box.
You wrote that yourself, didn't you?
I did. Can you tell it's my writing? Oh dear. We do have a laugh, don't we? Right. So 60 grid designs overview. Look at all these. I really love this book. It's really, really good. So once you've got your grid, so that can be triangle, diamond, square. These full line stencils are great for doing this. And in fact, she gives you some of the, look at that twist. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. Ginkgo clamshells. That's so effective. I wonder if I can do that. What I would do for these grid designs, so we're going to do grid designs obviously in the classes and things, but you can get books like this and you can practice these. It's all about practice. It's all about finding the path as well. I did a really good class in Houston, so I mentioned it again, with Sue Hines, and that was fantastic drawing. And she said, one of the things that they struggle with at Houston is they think a lot of people want to do hands-on classes with machines. Well, this was no machines. This is like, it's a classroom. You're just going to do drawing work. And what was interesting was 90% of the customers in that class were experienced quilters that knew that the time on the machine they can do at home, but actually a drawing class where you follow somebody is a really good investment in time. And practicing your drawing absolutely essential. Absolutely essential. You can't just rock up to a machine and just go da 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 da. You need to get that muscle memory. And muscle memory is built by drawing practice. I cannot emphasize this enough. And you know, people like Sue Hines are trying to persuade Houston to run more lectures and, you know, hands-on practice with pencil and paper rather than hands-on practice with machines, because it's a lot less expensive to do so. So we do a combination of drawing and then coming up to the machine. That way you get your muscle memory and then you practice it. Then we give you another design. And so it goes. And honestly, this is how you build up your skills. So rulers and fills, there's the February one and the April one. Why not make it, if you've done a foundation already, why not make it a 2-day class in April, rulers and fills following day feathers. And we'll have one day with Carolyn and one day with Carolyn and I, and the next day with myself and Helen Burnham. That'd be good, wouldn't it? So come along and do some classes, because this is what this space is for. It's for learning, and it's wonderful when it's full of happy quilters. Happy quilters who are so focused on what they're doing that I have to have a bell to interrupt everybody. It works really well. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to pick one of these designs and I'm going to show you the muscle memory. I'm going to get a pencil and just practice it first, and then we're going to do it together. Well, not really together. I'm going to do it on my own because Pete's not going to do it.
You should use me as your gopher, you know, rather than going off camera. Just say, Pete, go and get me such and such. Just like, you know,
really?
just like at home.
So not true. If only, if you know that's not true, Peter Oldbin. Peter Oldbin. Right, pick a design, Pete. No, I'll pick a design.
I'm happy to pick a design for you.
Right, what should we do? We will do, I wonder if I can, some of these are quite difficult. I'm a bit intimidated by them. I shouldn't be, should I? Right, we're going to do dancing fans. I like the look of this one, dancing fans. So with this one, we go up to there.
Let's have a look at dancing fans.
Yep, start there.
That's what it will look like when Liz is finished.
Yeah, and then we come down, we go there, long, down there, there. And then, how do we get up there? Oh, up to there.
So it shows you the path in the diagrams up here. Look.
It's a really good book. And then that one, down, that one, down, up to there. And then that way, and then down, up. Yep, I got to get that way. Go down that. So this is you've got to do this. That way, up. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it in my head. And then that way, like that, dang, 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 bum, bum.
The drawing side of it is really important to get that motion first before you get your hands on your machine.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Cool. And then when you get to the top, this is where it's really good as well, is that she's got these build-up dancing fan step 2, 1, 2, 3, and then it shows you about doing the repeat and coming back down. So when we come back down, we go like this. And then that one is like that. Oh yeah, you need to practice this one. Like that, and then that. What do you think? So this kind of goes like this, look. You can see. It sort of forms this sort of shape. That's very cool. Is that way? Nope, that way. Got it wrong. That one's got to go like that. See? Like that. God, I could have picked an easy one, couldn't I?
So the combination of the full line stencil,
I just see myself going really badly wrong.
Stencil grid, and Liz is using a Bowen chalk pencil for this free motion stuff. It's a really good way of practicing on the quilt.
Well, and then that one, it just gets caught a little bit if you're pressing too hard, like I'm trying to sort of show it so that you can actually see it on the camera. There we go, look, dancing fans. So you get these little nice little apple core shapes. Right, then the death-defying stunt, if I can reach it. So you can't reach it.
Are you going Moxie or Moxy XL?
Oh, I'm going to go Moxy XL, aren't I?
So,
Da, da, da. So there's no reason why you can't just, hop on your machine, do some practice. I was talking about this before, wasn't I? About the yoga practice. Oh, I had a really good session on Wednesday. That was excellent. There was one guy in the room. Honestly, he was absolutely exhausted by the end. It was really funny. Right, I'm going to start down here. So settings-wise, let's just talk about settings. So with this, I'm going to go, there's 3 choices. Manual, don't want to do manual. Stitch regulation can be in precision, and we choose how many stitches per inch, and you can change it on the Moxy XL on the screen, or you can use your handlebars, like that. Cruise or continuous mode. Let's just talk about what that means. So we set how many stitches per inch, just the same as in precision, but then we also have this cruise speed. Now cruise is what it's going to do, stitches per minute, when you pause. So you pause at like points, you pause while you're sort of thinking. So I don't want it too fast because I'm going to be thinking a lot, I can tell. Needle down, and so cruise of 150.
Oh, Friendly Flies come see us again. He was here on our last
Oh yeah.
Facebook Live as well.
We should give him a name, shouldn't we, really?
I think there's more than one.
Oh, is that? That's why they keep coming back. Yeah. There we go, that's my first line. It's not perfect, but I'm learning. I'm learning the design here at this point. And what usually happens, whoops, that was a bit exuberant. What normally happens is that you find, after a little while, it starts to feel like instinct. You kind of know where it's going to go. And usually one way is easier than the other. So sometimes you'll find it easier to quilt away from you than towards you. Carol, you do this much better than me. Oh, I like this one. See, at some point you kind of go, oh, I like this. Go. No, I don't know whether let me just have a look at this. Oh, you got it there. You got the book.
Yes, somebody was just asking about who it was. So I'm just posting on the comment here.
Yeah, so she does actually do lines. I didn't do the straight lines in between. So with a ruler, you would do the straight lines in between. Whoops. Oh, I really messed that up. So you do this with a ruler, wouldn't you? I'm just going to do this quickly. I know this isn't with a ruler. I'm really enjoying this. This is great. I recommend this design. And then that way. I think you do your straight lines first.
That's what it says in the book.
Ah, you see, that would require reading it. Because I just hopped in on a live Facebook. Away we go, and then up here, back. Tell me when I need to stop you.
I think you've done enough for the moment. Maybe you want to wipe some of the chalk then, because that shows up the stitching more clearly then. Yeah, so read the book. The book says do the straight lines first.
Do straight lines first, people.
Okay, have you got your chalker?
Chalker?
Chalk wiper awayer?
No, I've not got my chalk wiper awayer. I think that's a really nice design. I love that. Love it. So if you wanted to do ruler work on this, oh, Pete, could you get me a shore foot, please? I'll change the foot. Mm-hmm. And I've got the ruler base on. So let's just show you how you do those straight lines on the next section. Where's my... Did I have a pair of scissors? I did. They're under here.
So let me just show you this. This has been working on. There, you can see how effective that is already.
Yeah, don't get away. Don't wipe away my chalk yet. I'm going to just do a little bit of shore footing.
Here.
Oh, you got it?
You asked me to get it.
I did. Thank you.
So guess what I did?
Yeah. I thought you just put the box down.
No, that box was already there.
Ah, right. Okay, that was the decoy box. So the foot, you can use an Allen key to remove it. And this is actually, here's a good example. I've undone it, the foot's still attached. So what you can do is either move to the side of the quilt so that you can see it's like this, or this is actually on a spring, so you can just lift it slightly and the foot will come off. And then this is the new one. This is the sure foot, and I can just push that up, just like so. And you can see it's a deeper profile foot, so it's really useful because for ruler work, we're trying to protect the needle. We do not want the needle to come crashing down on the perspex of the ruler. Hey, would you be able to find me? I'm loving this. Would you be able to find me a ruler, please? I'm going to keep doing this when we get home. I can see the benefits of it. You can also use the square foot if you're just doing straight lines.
I feel I might have made a tactical error.
See, this is how often he gets things. He doesn't know where anything is. Right, next one, bottom drawer.
You keep moving them.
They're even labelled. Thank you to Pauline for labelling all of the units.
Which ruler would you like?
Can I have the ditch ruler, please? A straight line or ditch ruler? Okay. It's brilliant. So we have a selection of straight line rulers. Let's just talk, should we talk a little bit about rulers? Let's just talk a little bit about rulers.
Yes, because rulers is on your list to talk about in any case.
Yeah, Pete's right, it's on my list. This one, now we've got an up-to-date list somewhere, and in fact, there are, Mark has been through the website and updated, with the stock that we've got that may be discontinued. So if there's only a few left, it might say something like while stocks last. So some of them being discontinued. Handy quilters are rationalising the range, but of course you can get straight rulers. Lots of people, but we really like the Handy Quilter ones. There's a few other makes that are really good because the marks on them are really important. Okay, more than you realise until you actually get a ruler. So things like 45-degree angles, like on this skinny ruler, are really, really useful. So when you're doing 45 degrees, having 45 degrees all the way down the ruler, very, very handy. On the ditch ruler, that's a skinny, 2x10, nice and handy, not too long. Ditch ruler, love the ditch. It's got these little ears either side and on both sides of the ruler. And it's got 1/4 inch markings all the way along and a 45-degree crossover. Very handy. The Versatool is a lovely, like if you're going to pick one ruler, this is the one to get. And it's got a straight line, it's got little V, it's got a half circle 4 inch, and it's got a gentle curve, which is brilliant for doing continuous line curves on a 4-inch quilt, on a 4-inch block. I'm going to use the ditch ruler. So I'm going to go down on this one, show you how we do this. So we need a ruler base. You must always use a ruler base. Settings wise, I would use continuous, and I would use 50 or 75 stitches per minute when I'm not, when I'm using ruler work, and stop with the needle in the down position so it doesn't start moving. And it means it's safe for moving your ruler. Every time you stop to reposition your ruler, you need to stop the machine. The needle will stop in the work, and you'll get a nice precise finish. 50 or 75 means that when you move the machine, it's not moving with the needle continuously down. It's going to come up, and as it comes up, you'll be able to move the machine. So you don't get this sudden jerking that you would if you were in precision mode. The other thing is that don't try and do more than about nearly a full length of a ditch ruler is about as much as you ever want to do. So as soon as you've done about 80% of that, you need to be repositioning it. And those little ears are going to be very, very useful for lining up with the lines of the white chalk. So here we go. Pete's giving me the tea. Oh, this is service almost with a smile. Right, so I'm going to go. Press stop. Stops in the down position. Trim off your threads.
If you turn those lights down, this will be able to see a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. I turned them up. You're right.
Yeah, so we turn them up for demo purposes, but actually on the camera, it's easier to see what Liz is doing if the lights are turned down.
Well, let's go back to the main screen. Back to the main screen. There we go. And then along. Get to the intersection, press stop.
I'm just going to come the other side because I think I might be able to see better.
Okay. And then this is the thing with the ditch ruler, which is why we love it. Those little ears, I've got my needle lined up with that edge of that ruler there. I've also got it on the white chalk line over here, and the foot runs between. So it's sort of inset because, of course, it's a 1/4 of an inch away from the edge of the foot. You sure that's going to be better? Because my hand's going to be like
yeah, no, I can see the edge of the ruler, which I can't from the other side.
Right, and stop. And reposition. And line up. Stop. Reposition. Line up. Try stop. Come along. Stop. Actually, it takes a little while to stop. You've also got cross lines as well, which are really useful on a grid because you can put that on the grid here and just make sure that that is actually lined up. And then keep going. Okay, and then along. And then this time, what I'll do is do some crossways ones. This is a little bit more tricky than you would find it at home. If you're wondering why, if I'm slightly out, it's because I'm having to stand to the left of where the needle is because I can't actually see the needle particularly well because of the camera. You won't have a camera. It'll be a lot easier. So I'm going to come down this one. I'd missed this one because I didn't plan it very well. And we go across. I go all the way to this one and down. And then back. Stop.
So
and down.
Somebody's posted that Cindy's book isn't available in the UK as a physical item, but you can download a PDF copy from her website.
Oh, that's good. Thank you for whoever gave us that information. That's really useful. She did, there's a really good session that they do at Houston where you can go around and see different people demoing, and she was one of those people, so. And so on. So once you've got your grid marked out, then you can do your fans. I think that's so effective. And that would give you a bit, it was fine seeing it with the chalk, but actually, I think for a finish, you should definitely do. And Cindy's got obviously a very nice standard of finish. There we go. Yeah, PDF that download makes sense if you're not in the States. That's a good way of doing it. Stop that. I'll just continue over to these ones. Look at that. It's nice, isn't it? So if you want to come along to the rulers and fills, this is the kind of thing we'll be doing. And get you confident with using rulers in a nice, safe, fun environment. Here we go. Right. So that's a demo for this week, just showing how you can use full line stencils to create a grid. How with the ruler base and the Surefoot we can create a really good stable base on which to do ruler work, and that we've got some hands-on classes for ruler work coming up in February and April.
And of course the current Moxy XL offer includes...
It includes the ruler base, the Surefoot, it includes the handy grip, and it includes, I think it's 2 rulers actually. Yeah, 2 rulers, over £250 worth of accessories and £250 off. So 7,495 is the normal price for the Moxy XL with the loft frame set at 8 foot. And our intro offer is £250 off and £250 worth of accessories. So if you would like to take advantage of that, we just need a deposit of £500 by the end of the month, by the end of January, and that reserves your Moxy XL, and we'll ship it out to you by mutual agreement at a convenient time. Oh, once you pay the balance, of course. Okay. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Now, the Moxy XL can also be teamed up with Pro Stitcher Lite. And Pro Stitcher Lite, I was demoing on the Pro Stitcher Lite with the Moxy earlier on today, and it's just great how many features there are. There's over 250 designs included, and you can do your own designs and things if you've got Pro Stitcher Designer and export them, or you can download them from other websites like prostitcher.com, Urban Elements, Wasatch Quilting, many other websites as well. Okay, what else is on my list?
So
I've got...
Graham has joined us. Hi, Graham.
Hi, Graham.
And has asked, just as a reminder, who is doing the Rulers and Fills workshop?
Rulers and Fills, me and Carolyn. Carolyn and I.
Yes.
Carolyn and me.
And hello to Randy Abruzzese from Florida.
Oh, yes. Now, I have seen Randy's name come up before.
Yes.
Hi, Randy. Good to have you on here. Now, I can't think for a moment that you would be having the freezing temperatures that we have here. So, you lucky thing being in Florida. I do love Florida. I have spent quite a bit of time in Florida, actually. Lucky enough to drive around most of Florida back in my past in the 1990s. I hired a car, spent 2 weeks traveling around. Loved it. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Go back whenever I can.
It's up in the 70s in Florida.
Oh, that's a nice temperature. I did my dive training in Fort Lauderdale. Stayed there for about a month. That was fun. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Love the Keys. Yeah, great. Right, so anything else? I looked at my list.
You looked at your list?
We've got new rulers coming soon. They will go up on our website as soon as they come in. And we've also got an order coming over very shortly with the full line stencils. So we are adding, I think there's about 10 new designs to our full line stencil range. So check those out the next few weeks. We'll let you know on Facebook Live. So that will be fine. We will tell you all about it. That, I think, Peter Holbin, is everything that was on my list. And so I just want to say a very, very happy weekend of quilting for all of you who are getting on with your quilting projects. This is the perfect weather to be sitting at home with a lovely quilt or piecing a quilt and getting on and doing some at-home stitching, because it's cold out there. It's really cold. And yeah, I think it's going to change from being freezing cold to just windy. So whatever it is, we're at that time of the year when we can make the most of being inside and not feeling guilty about it, getting on with our quilting. And if you fancy having a go on one of these lovely machines, don't forget our Try Before You Buy, our open day in June, and also we'll be at the Malvern Quilt Show in May. That's it. Hope to see you at one of those shows or one of our workshops very soon. And happy quilting, everybody. Bye now.